Good morning everybody, welcome to part 4 of the VGT series. This is round 3, circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. This is very tricky in this car. The car is I'm getting to know the car now and it's getting a bit more understeery as you push it. For the first time ever, you have to lift going through Eau Rouge and probably even change down like I do. So be very wary of your braking points here. And we'll get straight into the lap for you. Let's go. So coming up to turn 1, I am braking just at the start of the wall there. Let's move on a few inches. Yep, I'm coming off the power. I'm going to go down to second, I think. And get a good turn in. Down to second. Turn it. That was wide, but that's okay. Got on the power earlier. Run out to the curb. Now get into 6th gear going down here, but before you get to Eau Rouge, you're going to come off the power, get on the brakes, go back down to 5th gear, try to thread it as best you can, get up on the curb, but 130 miles an hour is best here or you're going to miss that curbing and you will get a penalty. Tops out at 6th gear here, about 210, 12. And you're braking, just at the 150. Let's go back, do that properly. I think I might be braking just before the 150 because you're carrying so much speed. There you go, there's the 200. And yeah, I'm just starting to brake there just before the 150. Down to 2nd gear, try to get as near to the cones on the inside as you can. For ready on. Yeah, up on the curb, up to 3rd gear. Very careful on throttle. You'll be watching the throttle control here massively. Run it way out on the curb if you can. Braking earlier than normal here. Usually you're braking at the start of this curbing, but I'm braking a good 10 meters before it. Try to brake in a straight line, bring it down to 2nd. Try to keep it inside, then go to the outside if you can. No, I stay kind of inside here. Up to 3rd and just kind of coast through this one. Again, up on the curb to get the car turned. Pull-on is very, very difficult. I will be coming off the power onto the brakes just a little bit further forward. There you go. Just after that curbing starts on the right hand side, I'm going to go down to 3rd, then up to 4th. And you're going to be very careful on the throttle here because you will go right off track if you're not, if you're pushing too hard. So down to 3rd, get on the curb, get the car turned a bit. Up to 4th, again up on the curb, be careful, then on the power. This one we are braking just after the 100, I'd say. Yep, there we are, just after the 100. Again, down to 2nd gear for the right-hander. Get up onto the curb, late apex, up to 3rd, nope, right, up to 3rd, then on the exit. This one we are braking, yep, just starting to brake now, way before the end of the curb, that's the usual braking point. And you're going to go down to 2nd, I think I go down to 2nd, yep. Then up to 3rd again, up on the curb, get on the power, up, change 4th early. Very careful here, you don't want to run onto the AstroTurf there at all. And this is the only car I've ever driven where you have to slow and lift for Blanchimont. So nice and steady in, down to 5th gear, take it down to about 130 because the car does go miles wide if you're not careful. For the final bus stop, we are braking before the 150, just after you go under the bridge. Try to brake in a straight line all the way down to 1st gear. Cut up onto this one, don't cut up onto this one, then just run it nice and wide up onto the curb. Get accelerating as soon as you can. And that's a 212, which isn't too bad, so let's go out of the car and do this again. If you're qualifying, nice wide entry into there will give you better speed across the line. First braking point, end of the wall. Down to 2nd. In other laps I've cut right into that curbing there and got a better run out here, but this was a better lap overall. Up to 6th, then down to 5th again. Very careful turning in here. There will be penalties handed out left, right and centre going over there, so gotta be careful. Remember, this car is very, very wide at the rear. Just before the 150, down to 2nd. Get it turned. Up onto the curb, up to 3rd. Smash those cones and get right on the power. Tricky turn in this one. I hold it maybe a bit too tight. I could have started to go a bit wider to get on the power a bit earlier, but it was okay. Again, up on the curb. Be careful. This curb will give you penalties as well. Start the curbing, down to 3rd. Just get through the corner, about 100 miles an hour is fine. Again, a bit too high up on the curb there, maybe cost myself a couple of tenths. Nice. To 3rd, get on the power as soon as you can. The trick with this car is to be nice and just try to be as smooth as you can, even if you're having to coast quite a bit. You will keep the speed high, and it is a pretty fast car in acceleration, so you will make up time. I think I'll have to learn to do this a bit faster, but air brake certainly doesn't help that much in this car. Down to 1st for the bus stop again. Cut right up onto the curb. Don't hit the sausage on this one. I could have been a bit closer to it right enough. And then just get straight on the power for crossing the line. And that is Spa-Francorchamps. A very, very tricky lap in this car, but it's going to make some great battling. So we'll see you in the next one.